guys, and welcome back to my channel. So today I want to tell you a little bit about myself, why I want to become a teacher and who's inspired me, and a little bit more about that. So my name's Karina and I'm 25 years old. I just recently transferred to Cal State San Bernardino. This is my first quarter here. I transferred over from Riverside Community College. I lived in Riverside my whole life. I went to middle school, elementary school, high school, all that. I just moved to San Bernardino 2 years ago. I'm a daughter, a sister, a wife, a student, a worker. I have 2 siblings, my mom, my dad, and my husband, and I have a picture here of us. So here's me and my husband, and then our dogs. So we have 2 fur babies. We have Sophie and we have Leia. So I want to talk about what influenced me to become a teacher first, and then kind of go into why I want to become an educator. So what has influenced me to become a teacher would probably be my 2nd grade teacher. My 2nd grade teacher's name is Mr. C. If anybody were to ask me who my favorite teacher was, it's Mr. C. I don't remember his last name, I just remember him as Mr. C, and he was a really cool teacher, and he was so involved with us that I think that's probably what stood out so much about him, and so much involved that he even knew who my sister was, who wasn't even her teacher, never taught her or anything like that, but he made sure to get involved with our siblings, our parents, and just to really get involved with our lives. He wasn't just so worried about what the grade book was or the state standard, and I think that I wasn't just the only student too that enjoyed him so much, because we actually won so many awards for best attendance in our classroom. We had a thing called a snack attack, and so if you spelled out the name snack, or the word snack, which is 5 letters, you would win a snack at the end of the week, which usually consisted of pizza or ice cream, something like that. But yeah, he truly cared about us, and he definitely, I would say, is my inspiration, because if you were to ask me about any of my other teachers, I can't really tell you about them. He's just the only one I really remember. So when I think about what has influenced me to become a teacher, I would say Mr. C. And I want to become an educator because I want to be like him, and I don't want to be just a teacher who's there just for the money, or for the summer off, or be off by 5 o'clock or whatever it is, comfortable schedule. It's to be an educator and to provide for my community. And I definitely think that being an educator, you're not just there to teach the students about the standards and about whatever it is that it may be, but it's also to be there for your students and to be open-minded. I definitely think that in this course I've learned that there's no reason to be so close-minded about your students, and if you see that you have a lot of students that are, or not a lot of students, but if you have students that are failing, not just to be quick to think, oh well, they just don't care, but to actually know that there might be a reason behind it. We had 2 different speakers that, at least for me, stood out the most in this quarter, or in this class I should say. I don't remember their names. There was the woman who, I think her name might have been Myrna, and she is part of the San Bernardino School District or something like that. I'm sure you'll know who I'm talking about, but what I really remember about her lecture was her telling us about homeless students and how that is a thing. And excuse me. So I definitely think that that's one reason why I think we shouldn't be so close-minded about our students, and it's knowing that there's such thing as a homeless student, or like another speaker that we had, I don't remember his name, but he talked to us about the youth court, and he talked to us about the youth court and why those students were in the youth court, and it was because they were getting suspended for reasons that weren't exactly like their fault. Like one student, he was carrying a knife in his backpack, and the only reason he was doing that was to protect himself from his walk home to school every day. So I learned about different things in this course, like how to make your educators page, a curriculum vitae, and things like that. But I also did learn about the kind of students that we're going to be presented with as educators. And so that brings me to how I feel like I will contribute to my community as an educator, and that is by being there for my students. And I want to get to know my students. I want to know why it is that they may be struggling or what's going on in their lives. I don't want to make myself sound like a mom, but maybe that's kind of what I'm going for. Be there like their second parent and know why they might not be doing so well, and learn about the students. And also, like, if I see a pattern in problems that my students are having, then maybe I can go out there and be in the community and like bring awareness to whatever it may be. But I make a promise to myself that I don't want to just worry about the grades and the standards, but I definitely want to be there for my students. I think that also when you contribute to your community as an educator, you're gonna make such a big impact on the generations of students that are gonna come and go. And so by that I mean, like, students are gonna graduate elementary school, go on to middle school and high school and all that, but I think that once you're a grown adult, like, whatever happened in your younger years is what affected you to become the way you are. So to wrap up this video, I just want to say that I have learned many things in this class, like how to make an educator's page, a curriculum vitae, and things like that. But I have also learned that as a teacher, you need to be open-minded to what kind of students you're going to have in your classroom. And I think that this class has or will influence me to be open-minded as a teacher. And I can't wait to see what else Cal State has to offer me and to teach me, and what kind of teacher I should be in the future. So thanks for watching. Bye.